the RP is about truth, right? That's kind of why I was so attracted to their content initially, right? And as you guys know, our channel is about the truth, right?
Yes, it is.
Which I'll remind everyone right now, it is obviously family, husband, wife, kids, and the best outcome for your family unit and your kids. Hey everyone.
Hi, you guys.
Welcome back to another episode of His and Hers.
Yes.
My name is Twan. This is my beautiful wife.
Sim, nice to meet everyone again.
Yep. Welcome back, loyal viewers, and welcome to new viewers joining us today. Today, guys, we're going to be shooting another content video, giving you guys some statistics that I had promised on the previous videos, right? But before we get into it, please smash the like button, right? Subscribe to the channel.
Definitely.
Like I was telling you guys the last video, we would like to try to hit 1,000 subscribers, let's say by, in the next month or two.
Yeah.
Right? That's kind of our goal. So, guys, just please subscribe and push the truth out there, right? Debunk the lies. Turn on your notification bell.
Yep.
Right?
Ding.
Share, comment. Really love all the comments, negative
it.
or positive, right? So really appreciate the comments, guys. And let's get the truth out there. Go check out our channel over at TikTok at His&Hers YT.
Yep.
Right? We have the shorter clips over there.
Yes, we do.
Right? Today's video, guys, like I was telling you guys, we're going to give you guys all these stats, right? Because we recently had a video where we were talking about how the RP community might go mainstream.
Yes.
Right? And guys, the RP is about truth, right? That's kind of why I was so attracted to their content initially, right? And as you guys know, our channel is about the truth, right?
Yes, it is.
Which I'll remind everyone right now, it is obviously family, husband, wife, kids, and the best outcome for your family unit and your kids, right? Specifically, right? And also the we kind of focus here is on the values that the man and the woman must bring to the table to get that outcome, the best outcome for the truth. Okay? And so, yeah, I want to clarify that the RP communities, it's not an ideology. It's truth. And it's just, how do you use that truth? How do you want to perceive or live within that truth, right? And so some people, they're going to say, oh, well, the RP community is this ideology that these men hate women, right? You have all these false accusations that they talk about with the RP community. Shout out to Rollo Tomasi, right? He always says, I just work here, right? I bring all these facts, all these statistics, and here they are. It's not emotional. It's nothing like that. It's just, here are the facts, what's going on in our day in society, and this is what has happened over the last few decades. What do we do about it, and how do we address it, right? And so these are going to be the statistics we're going to give you guys today, okay?
We want you to just be aware of it, and then how you take it.
Correct.
Take it in. Just take the knowledge in.
I get it. It can elicit an emotional response. But at the end of the day, 2 + 2 = 4. Can't argue against it. How do we correct it? How do we fix it, right? Because it is a problem. That's the reason why everyone is starting to come out and start talking about this, right? Because it is creating a problem, right? So, real quick, too, we're going to be breaking this up into a 3-part series. So we're going to kind of start out with the first value, as always, that we always begin, is fitness. Okay? So fitness, and then, of course, finance, right? And then some of the outcomes from that fitness and finance, right? Does it make sense? Okay. So yeah, let's get into it. The first thing, guys, right, is weight. Okay. And I have a graph here. It's from the CDC. And all these links will be in our video, right? It'll be in the description sections of our video, right?
We'll post it.
And on this graph from the CDC, honey, it shows the weights of women and men from 1960 all the way to 2004. Okay, guys? And then I have another link that you guys can check out. It's from verywellfit.com. And it's just women's weight and height statistics, most recent, 2020, 2021. Okay, guys? Go check out those links, but I want to discuss it real quick with my wife right now. So, honey, from 1960 to 2004, women's height, guys, has only changed 1 inch. Okay, so from 1960 all the way to present, women have only gained 1 inch. It's gone from 5 foot 3 inches to 5 foot 4 inches. But the weight.
No.
Okay, this is the
we
key.
Know.
Yes, we've mentioned about this in other videos, but the weight of women have gone from 140 since 1960 to in only 2004, just 2004, it was 166, 167.
Yeah.
Okay, so it went up an additional 27 pounds. Okay, in just that kind of four decade period. Okay, and then just most recently. Right, so that's the reason why I gave you guys the other link to go check out. It's up to 177 now.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, and this is all ethnicities.
Yeah.
Now, be mindful, certain ethnicities have, unfortunately, higher weights, specifically the black community. Okay, and like I said, a lot of people don't want
to hear the truth.
This channel or other channels talk about different ethnicities. Guys, like I said today, I'm just giving you guys stats. You guys use it for whatever you want to use it for, okay? And then you can kind of see how it's affecting the women and men's relationships nowadays.
All
okay?
Ethnicity,
All right. So 5'3" to 5'4", you guys have only gained an inch, but you guys have gained almost 40 pounds. Okay. And so fitness, we always talk about fitness. And honey, do you remember? In the fitness, what is the main goal of the women's value of fitness?
Well, to be in shape in an hourglass. And that's what we always, that's what people picture, back when and now. And that's why a lot of people look at models, because they have that slim hourglass look, But now,
for the purpose of the truth, though.
Yeah, for their health and for their, one of the values, of course, is for your health, right? And then that health. Of course, when you have the hourglass look and everything, you're taking care of yourself, then that attracts to the opposite sex.
There you go. There you go.
But now, if you can't even attract the opposite sex because you don't even have that you care about your shape, your size, your weight, and your health is going to deteriorate because you're not, you're.
Yeah. So let's start from each breakdown, guys. Right. The first thing, we can talk about health a little bit later, but the first thing, guys, is sexual attraction. It's what men are sexually attracted to, physically attracted to, right? And so you guys can see now how this stat is affecting the modern day relationship.
Well, yeah.
Women's weight are going up to a point where men are not finding you guys sexually attractive, okay? And that's just pure, plain and simple, right?
We're not sugarcoating it or anything for you ladies here, and then, and then you wonder, then you're like, those men, all they want is these women with curvy or slim. No, it's not, because think about it. If you're not healthy, you're overweight. How are you going to be able to take care of your child? How is he going to feel attracted to you when you don't even care about yourself? And then you're gonna, you're gonna fight and argue about things, because when you're getting sick and you can't even take care of the household, and because of your weight and and all that stuff, there's going to be problems in the household, because, there will be. And
my wife always likes to touch on the pragmatic things, which I totally get for this, for men, right? We're very realistic. We want to have realistic reasons on why, this is this or that is that, right? But I'm just letting you guys know, we are not attractive to overweight or obese women. Okay, especially at that level of overweight. The obesity level, guys, if you guys want to check some of these stats too on these links, the obesity level has increased percentage-wise for the population. A lot. Yeah, I think it's over 50% now, or it's really close to 50% that the majority of women are obese. Not just overweight. No. Obese. Okay. And so all health aside, yes, health is exactly, you got to be in shape to watch the kids. You got to be in shape to, obviously live a long life, but we're just not physically attracted to you guys. I mean, there's a reason why you look at a Ferrari and you think it's beautiful versus a minivan. Yeah. I'll give you guys a very, accurate example of shapes, right? So men have been saying this to women for the longest time. It's like, no, we don't like obese women or overweight women. We want you guys to be slim. We want you guys to be fit. And I get it, there's this push now for body positivity. And there's this push now to say there are men out there that love a curvaceous or this thick woman. But guys, that's the media, that's the government, that's the matrix fooling you guys. Men have told you this, or have tried to tell you this, or let's say this, we have been shamed to not be able to tell you guys this, for the longest time, and look at the outcomes.
Yeah.
Right.
Guys aren't trying to, really date anymore, or nor they want to get married, and that's the sad part because, we should be working together hand in hand, and you don't see that anymore. You don't see a lot of people even trying to get married, stay together, and have kids, or try to, have the best outcome. Because think about it. If we don't get together, man and woman, working this out, trust me, the human race will be deteriorating. It'll start getting,
And let me
worse.
give you guys the stats, okay? Because I don't want to get into the outcome. That'll be the third part of this series of videos, right? Because of stats. But I'm going to give you guys just a basic stat based upon these fitness stats real quick, right? Black women have gained the most weight since 1960s to now, right? White women are second, and then Hispanics and Asians are last, and specifically Asians are last. And if you guys, like I said, you guys can jump to the third part of this series once we get it uploaded, right? But if you look at marriage statistics, it follows those weight statistics very closely. And hey, you guys can say cause and effect, you can say correlation, whatever you want to say, but there's obviously a very true correlation there in terms of why your weight goes up in a certain ethnicity, in a certain community, and the marriage rates decrease.
Go down.
Okay? Right. Another thing I want to talk about, because we are so much about debunking lies on this channel too, right? It's like, you guys have to remember that, yes, there is men that wants overweight women, but you have to remember what it's for. They want you for sex. They don't want to commit to you. There's a difference. We always talk about it, right? And the RP community always talks about it. There's a difference between lust and commitment. Well,
and if they do marry for love, there's just that somewhat minute men. Like we're talking about 0.001% that maybe do love.
But we've talked about this,
but not. I wouldn't say a lot.
No, and we've debunked this, and we've talked about it. It's because those men can't get hotter women. Okay, guys, that's the truth, right? I mean, yes, you might want to tell me there's this 1% or less that are has some fetish of liking an obese, overweight woman, right? But the reason why those men they settle for those women, and that is the word. Right? And it's okay, guys. If a man is not a high value man, we talk about it all the time. We're not trying to shame by using terms like settle and that type of stuff. But if you meet a certain value and the other partner meets a certain value, it makes perfect sense on why you guys partner up. So if you're a low value man in terms of your finance, your fame, and your fitness as well, you're most likely going to end up with a female that's going to be lower on her value scale, right? And so that's the men that we're talking about, right? It's like, oh yeah, there's these guys that like, overweight women. It's because they're low value men themselves. And that's fine. If you guys' values match up, that's why you match up, right? But the truth is, the men that these women want, and most women want, and that's the reason why we're talking about it in terms of this modern context, right? These men don't want you ladies if you're overweight, right? They only want to have sex with you, right? And so
we always distinguish lust and love. It's not easy.
Correct. So. And so that's the thing. So yeah, so that's one, guys, right? That lie of that men, because they want to have sex with you, means commitment, right? You got to get that out of your mind, because yes, that's the problem with women. It enables women to think, oh, well, just because I'm overweight, I don't think I'm overweight because this man's still hitting me up and still wanting me to have sex with him and that type of stuff. Doesn't mean he's going to commit to you.
Yeah, most of the time they're not putting a ring on your fingers, ladies.
Shout out to Kevin Samuels, right? He judges his outcomes by marriages and weddings, right?
That's what I just said.
We take it a step further, and we say, yes, the marriage and the wedding is the first step to becoming alpha, but it's your kids. Okay, and so that leads me, and because I wanted to segue to that, because kids, right? If you're overweight already, like my wife is saying, pragmatically, how much more weight are you going to gain when you have your first child? Right. If you're already 177 pounds and average, most women gain another 30, 40 pounds with pregnancy, you're going to be damn near 210 pounds by your first kid. And if you don't lose weight that easily after your first child.
Ladies, I gain close to 30 to 40 pounds.
Yeah,
so
even
I
her.
Have 3.
Yeah, even her on her skinny weight. Because you need to gain that weight to make the baby healthy, because you're eating more. The kid requires nourishment. So you're going to gain that weight. And so the key is, can you lose it? And people who are disciplined to begin with, because that's the key, right? Is if you're in shape and you're working out and you kept yourself at a slim weight, it shows that you're disciplined. So that means after your first child, you can lose that weight again, just like my wife did, right? She went back down to her weight of 120, 115, right? And then you can have another child without continuing to get, and you can remain sexually attractive to your husband. That's the key, right?
And trust me, if you're disciplined enough, you can lose all that weight within less than 3 months, because I did it. And I'm not going to lie to you guys. You can do it. Because I can do it, so can you.
Correct.
So.
I mean, it's everyone knows it's just dieting, it's just exercising, right?
Balance.
It's just mentally, can you do it? Discipline wise, can you do it, right? And that shows all those things, right? So now we start breaking down the pragmatic things, right? Like, can you have the discipline to do it? Are you physically healthy to do it? Can you actually have, obviously, the body and the time to do it too, right? So age, right? Weight, height, age. Right. And so obviously, if you're an older, we talked about this as well, too, is your fitness score. Right. If you're an older in age, the chances of you having a healthy child is less.
Slim.
Right. And guys, like the weight adds a bunch of other health things, too. Right. You could be, unfortunately, like high blood pressure. Right, which is poor for having kids, right? When you have high blood pressure, right? So then they're gonna have to give you some blood thinners and all this other stuff.
There's just a lot of
exactly. You're gonna have to take all these drugs, and how is that gonna affect the outcome of your kids? So once again, when it comes to getting the best outcome for the truth, your kids, having these, unfortunately, metrics of poor weight and and poor physical health, it's going to come through.
Well, it's more. That's why we're trying to tell you guys, with that weight, it's just more of your health. For me, it's health. I want you to see people live longer. I want you guys to have a healthier lifestyle. And when you're healthy and in shape, you can move around. You can go do more things. You're more active. And if you wanted to have kids, you'll have kids. Being active, being healthy, and eating right. You just have to balance everything else.
Cool.
So,
and then last thing I want to do before we end this video, just focus on mostly the fitness value of the men, the women specifically, right, guys? I'm going to touch on the men's weight and fitness height real quick, right?
Yeah.
Obviously, men's weight has changed and our height has changed. So we've gone from 5'8" to roughly 5'10" now, 5'9.5". Anyways, we've gained about 2 inches since the 60s, right? Yeah. And yes, men has gained weight as well too. We've gone from 177 to 199 now. Yeah. So yeah, a 22-pound increase. But let's be honest, guys, men who are taller, who have more muscle mass, and now we're only gaining 20-something pounds versus 40-something pounds to the female. Right? And it's not like females, like this is another cap too. It's not like females are gaining muscular weight, okay? No. Right? That's not the case. Let's be honest, right? Well, there's no evidence supporting that all women are getting buffer now.
Well, most men are doing more
especially if the especially if the obesity rate's increasing. Right? We got to look at the stats, guys. That's what I'm trying to say. These videos are going to be just about breaking down the stats, right? And if women's obesity rates are going up, it doesn't mean you guys are gaining more muscle, okay? No. So quit lying out there about that, okay? So anyways, men has changed a little bit, but let's be honest, we haven't changed enough to dramatically affect this statistic. Yeah. And to make you guys less attractive to us. That's another video, but I will touch real quick. It's probably more about social media that's affecting that fitness value for the men more, right? Because women are now access to all these celebrities, who are in super good shape, or they have access to athletes who are in super good shape, and they unfortunately want to get with all these type of men, right? So guys haven't changed too much, but women have changed a lot, guys.
Oh, yeah.
Okay? And so like I said, it's not about the RP community hating women. No. These are just truths. These are stats that we're spouting out, and it's causing these outcomes. How do we change it? How do we deal with it?
These are stats that came from CDC. It's not something that we made up. You guys can look it up and everything else. So we're just here about truth here. So
correct. All right, guys, that's the end of this video. Check out part 2, though, where we're going to break down kind of the education and the finance one a little bit more, and you can kind of see how that's affecting, women's and men's relationships for the modern time. Okay?
See you
guys next time. Bye.